Off we go!
Shine down!
Justice will prevail! Final warning! Stand down! Teamwork is strength! Glory to the Shogun!
Inazuma shines eternal! There is no escape!
Off we go! Stop right there! You asked for it!
Now you shall perish! Illusion shattered!
I'm going in! Final warning! Strike! No turning back!
Inazuma shines eternal! Shine down! Illusion shattered!
Let's light it up! Hands where I can see them! Everybody stand back!
Torn to oblivion!
Drop your weapons! Storm the front! Yeah! Huh? Teamwork is strength!
Inazuma shines eternal!
Add Astra.
There is no escape!
Add Astra. Thank you for completing.
If the Tenryo Commission won't assist in dealing with the thunderstorm, the consequences could be catastrophic.
It's not that we're unwilling to do our part. We just don't have any spare hands right now. I hope you can understand.
Exactly. So let's keep the discussion going and see if we can find a solution.
Hey, Toma! What's going on?
Hello you two. We were just talking about what an impact you've made in Inazuma.
Greetings. Thank you both again for delivering Miss Hiragi's letter that time.
Ah, so they're friends of yours. I'm Master Kamaji's servant. Call me Ippe.
Well, the Tri-Commission's work used to consist of gathering information for the Shogun and carrying out any duties she assigned. But recently, she announced that she wishes to spend some time in solitude and self-reflection. Since she is refusing to receive any visitors, there is no one to tell us what to do. We all understand if the Shogun needs some quiet time to gather her thoughts. The only problem is, in the meantime, the thunderstorm out at sea has been getting wilder. Yep, that's the one. And all the time it's been there, the storm has never changed in shape or size. But now, it seems to be drawing closer to Inazuma.
What? So her will's changed and she wants to destroy Inazuma now? Or is this her way of trying to get revenge on us? Nuh-uh! She lost to us! Paimon's not scared! Why would Paimon be scared? Paimon's just, a little...
I don't think you need to worry about that. The reason we're concerned is that we've never known the Almighty Shogun's will to falter before.
Considering Liyue's god left not too long ago, it's hard not to take it as a bad sign. A lot of people now believe that the thunderstorm is getting wilder because the almighty Shogun is having health problems. The fact that she won't see anyone right now makes us concerned that things are only going to get worse.
Right. So, before rumors start spreading, Miss Kamisato got me to come here and discuss countermeasures with the Tenryo Commission. We need to make sure we're prepared to deal with the chaos if and when it arrives.
Unfortunately, the reality is that the Tenryo Commission is facing huge internal instability at the moment. The Kujo clan has lost control over the other clans.
Huh? Why is that?
The Kujo clan is still awaiting the Shogun's trial for colluding with the Fatui and nearly destroying the whole of Inazuma. Everyone knows that a change of commissioner is inevitable. It's just a matter of time before the almighty Shogun hands down her decree.
To put it simply, no one will take orders from the Kujo clan anymore, but there's still work that has to be done.
If Mr. Takayuki was in better health, there might be a way through. But now?
My lack of ability is to blame. I failed to uncover the truth in time, and I failed to stop my father. And now, as acting head of the clan, I'm failing to quell the unrest.
Don't blame yourself, Master. You have to at least keep your chin up until your older brother returns. The Kujo clan can't cope with any more instability in its current state.
He has enough on his plate at the moment. I mustn't cause any more issues for him. Okay, Toma, let's revisit this discussion in a few days. Right now, I need to go visit Takatsukasa Susumu, head of the Takatsukasa clan. He's the only one...
A speedy resolution to the Tenryo Commission's internal issues is in our best interest as well.
I'll come with you, Master.
No need. I'll handle this by myself.
Oh, okay. Take care then. Come back soon.
If you think...
You can actually do that?
Don't know for sure, but we may as well try.
Sounds like you guys know what to do. Shall I leave it up to you then? You know, everyone's worrying. Thank you very much.
The way Paimon sees it, there's only one person who might have the chance to see the Shogun. Let's take a trip to the grip.
that he stays safe.
I wasn't expecting to receive VIP shrine visitors during downtime. So I suppose you're here just to visit me? What a smooth talker, though your eyes do not lie as convincingly as your tongue. You came because you need my help, didn't you? Still, your answer has put me in a good mood. So tell me, what is the matter?
We heard the Shogun decided to take a break, and since then the thunderstorm around Inazuma has gotten wilder. Rumor has it that the thunderstorm is affected by the...
All right. There's little purpose in keeping anything hidden from you anyway. Since the battle, the Shogun has been greatly troubled and her temperament has changed drastically.
What?
Her power was already on the decline. Then you dealt her that fateful strike. The defeat was a heavy blow to her. It also didn't help that I forgot to bring her some tricolor dango and light novels when I went to see her. Oh, the poor thing. Without desserts and books to console herself with, she was so angry she quite simply lost it. Crying and ranting and raving. Oh.
You expect us to believe that a god would throw a temper tantrum?
Before you get too indignant, consider the fact that your concerns sound every bit as nonsensical to me as that blatant lie did to you. A seeks eternity. To her, mortal lives come and go in the blink of an eye. Of what consequence to her are mortal concerns for her well-being?
You're saying she's...
I don't know the details. She said she wanted to rest, and I have nothing pressing that requires her attention, so there is no reason to disturb her. I have heard about the thunderstorm, though. As to the cause, it is not inconceivable that, as you suggest, her will has wavered somewhat. I am the only one in all of Inazuma who can visit her while she is resting. But tell me, why should this concern me? Why should I do this for you, when I already have everything one could ever want, and have seen everything one could ever wish to see? I like that answer. Here is the pass permit. Show it to the Okuzumeshu at the gate, and he will let you in.
Thanks, Miko!
My question was in jest, but since you answered it in earnest, please stay true to your word. Oh, and don't forget to return the pass permit to me after you have finished with it.
Off we go!
The Almighty Shogun has requested solitude. No visitors allowed.
Oh, we've got a pass...
Don't be ridiculous. Lady Guji never gives her pass permit to another person. Not even esteemed travelers like yourselves. Guji Ai is only authorized to hold that pass permit because of the trust that the Almighty Shogun places in her, and her alone. Wait, this is... authentic! Understood. Then as the Shogun has ordered, I must not stand in your way. Apologies. Please proceed. Since the Shogun is resting at this time, please be especially respectful and make sure your behavior is impeccable.
Look how she's pacing back and forth. Don't you think she looks a little anxious?
How did you get in? Trespassers are to be eliminated at once.
Wait, no, it's us! We made amends, didn't we?
Denied. Use of force has been forbidden. Anyway, be gone. Do not disturb my solitude. That is of no concern. This is my recuperation state.
What do you make of this? She's acting strange, huh?
This body has no need of rest. But I am an assistant to the one within. If she wishes to rest, I must follow her will.
Paimon gets it. So this is all A's doing. But why? Surely you going about your business doesn't interfere with the plane of Euthymia. She's got plenty of space in there.
I do as she wishes. I can say no more than this. I cannot. In my current state, even if I went out, I could do nothing. I am currently unwilling to deal with any business. I am also incapable of it.
What do you mean by that?
It has been forbidden. Please refrain from making me talk any further.
What should we do? It feels like this conversation is going nowhere.
Oh, it's you two. It's been a while. The Shogun can't do much at the moment. Come straight in and see me. It's not your first time. I don't see what there is to be so alarmed about.
So, is the Shogun...
Don't worry. The Shogun's not broken. I've just temporarily disabled many of her functions. Currently, the Shogun is unable to handle any business and cannot appear as me. So the easiest solution was to announce that I am resting. As I said, I need to think about Inazuma's eternity, and thinking takes time. But the Shogun is still running based on her old rules. I can't allow her to make any mistakes while I am working things out.
Have you tried turning it off?
No. She was not created to ever be turned off. Furthermore, I had even predicted at the time that I may wish to modify the Shogun's operational rules at some point in the future. However, such changes would not be conducive to eternity. That's why the Shogun has a robust system to safeguard against modification. It's also to protect against unforeseen circumstances. For now, while I figure out the form that eternity should take, it's more effective for me to temporarily disable some of the puppet's functions, rather than attempt to modify her rules.
Oh, Paimon gets it now! The thunderstorm's getting out...
The thunderstorm is getting out of control? This is the first I've heard of it.
Huh?
I see. So the thunderstorm is drawing closer.
You can fix it!
It's just a minor error. This kind of thing was bound to happen. A small modification to the Shogun should fix it. Don't look at me like that. I've never had to tinker with the Shogun before, and she's very complicated. It's practically inevitable for something to go wrong when you start tweaking things. Yes, that's it. I'm not making excuses. It's the truth.
It's fine, just as long as you can...
Not much. As before, I can see the way forward, yet there are still contradictions. But there is no urgency. To reach an ill-conceived verdict in haste, just for the sake of having reached one, would be a confusion of priorities.
If everyone sees that the and who knows?
You mean, leave the plane of Euthymia? Yes, you're right. After all, the Shogun is currently unable to take care of business on my behalf. All right then. I'll come out for a while. Oh, since the theme of the day is a change of pace, you can just call me A. I'm not a great fan of rigid titles.
What?
I have my ways. I would never subject myself to imprisonment voluntarily.
Oh, great! Then there's nothing to worry about. Allow us to be your tour guides.
Tour guides? What's a tour guide?
Someone to show you around.
There's a familiarity to the scent in the air and the firmness beneath my feet. Now, time for a change of pace. Where should we go?
To the liveliest place in town!
Publishing house is out.
They must have her reasons.
Is this the marketplace? It's a far cry from how I remember it. The stores have changed, and so have the vendors. Well, that's to be expected.
It's the Shogun! What is the almighty Shogun doing here?
Isn't the Shogun sick? This is quite sudden.
I appear to have frightened the people.
Well, what did you expect? The almighty Shogun makes an
Patrolling the streets is the Tenryou Commission's job. The Shogun has a lot of information to process and orders to give out. She doesn't have time to deal with it herself. Additionally, the Shogun has no need of recreation. There would be no need for her to come here just to pass the time or to relax.
So, what do we do now? Should we go away for a while and make a more low profile?
Why? It's not like I'm here to cause trouble. Let's just relax.
It was more the ordinary people that Paimon was worried about. Never mind. This definitely seems like your style, eh?
People still use Mora in commercial transactions, I assume.
Yep, same as ever. Just as shiny and just as hypnotic. Wait a second. Hey, are you saying you don't have any Mora either?
Of course I don't. There is no need for commerce in the plane of Euthymia. If I ever need something, I can simply have one of the commissions bring it to me. Wait, what do you mean, either? Anyway, people seem to be behaving in a very orderly fashion. I don't see the liveliness you spoke of anywhere.
People aren't exactly gonna let their hair down in front of the almighty Shogun.
What is this stall selling? I don't believe I've ever seen this before.
What's the Shogun doing here? What am I supposed to do in this situation? Shogun, excuse me.
It's all right. Relax. I'm just here to look around. I'm having a change of pace today. Could you tell me about the items you're selling?
Of course. I've got all kinds of snacks here. Takoyaki, dango, and milk, and so on.
Huh?
It might sound odd, but it is in fact my specialty. You see, many of the stores in town are already very well, so my idea was to create some new combinations to give customers a novel experience. For example, my latest concoction is this dango milk. When the dango are worked into a viscous form, they mix very nicely with the milk. The focus is not just the taste, but also the unique texture.
Oh, dango with milk. I've never heard of it. What made you want to do this?
I'm sorry, Shogun. I've got no bone to pick with eternity.
I said relax. There's no need to go treading on eggshells. Do you really think the eternity I pursue is something that can be shaken by dango and milk?
Why do I feel like she's different than I expected? Actually, it came to me by chance. A friend was catering once and made too many dango, so they gave some to me. But there were more than I had use for. My milk wasn't selling well at that time either. And both dango and milk have a short shelf life. So I thought I'd try mixing the two as I had nothing to lose. To my surprise, in the right proportion, it tasted superb.
A chance combination. Interesting. May I try this drink?
The almighty Shogun wants to try? Well, certainly. And you two should try it too.
Nice. It's sweet. The sensation is not so different from eating a dessert. A unique beverage indeed.
Yeah, it's definitely a drink, but it also feels like eating food.
It's a little bit like porridge? But the resemblance is only superficial. Anyway, I like it.
I'm very glad you approve.
I imagine that an item as delicious as this dango milk must sell exceptionally well, no?
Well, I won't lie to you. sales are very average.
Huh? So it's selling slowly? Why is that?
Because most people aren't willing to give it a try. They think it's an unusual combination, even though everyone who's tried it before rates it highly. I'm not saying the Almighty Shogun has unusual tastes. Please, don't take it the wrong way.
Ah, I see. Well, that can be fixed. I'll just have the Yashiro Commission order a few hundred cups and go door-to-door delivering them.
No, Almighty Shogun, that's too much.
Is it? I just want them to try it. It would be a shame for them to miss out on Dango milk. Oh, I would No. No need. That would be needlessly indulgent. There's nothing like dessert for improving one's mood. Much more enjoyable than meditating alone all the time. By the way, Miko mentioned that she founded something called the Yai Publishing House to sell some sort of light novels. She's always bragging to me about it, but it's difficult for me to really imagine without seeing the place for myself. Can you take me there?
Sure! Let's go and have a look!
Shogun! Almighty Shogun! What brings you to the Yai Publishing House? Do you have instructions for us?
No, not at all. Don't be so nervous. I'm just here to look around.
Apologies. I still don't quite understand. Are you here to look into the management? Or publishing regulations? Or fire safety measures?
She just wants to browse your books.
The Almighty Shogun wishes to read light novels?
Yes. Any recommendations?
The Yai Publishing House's novels are mostly targeted at the general public, and the content is all kinds of strange. I'm not sure we have anything quite to the Almighty Shogun's taste.
I'm just here to try something new. There's no fun in reading the same kind of thing over and over again. Relax. It's just words on a page, isn't it? What could I misunderstand, really?
In principle, you're absolutely right. It's just...
It'll be fine. If there's anything the Shogun doesn't...
Well... Okay then. Please proceed to the bookshelf over there. It has all the latest bestsellers. There are some winning entries from the This Novel is Amazing competition. Don't take them too seriously. It's all just a bit of...
Okay. Let's go then. Huh. How can this be? Did I underestimate the caliber of this material? I know every individual word in these books' titles, so why is it that they make no sense to me in these particular combinations? Take this one, for example. The good thing about being reincarnated as a hilichurl is that I only need to eat sansetias to become stronger. It's so long. Is it true that hilichurls grow stronger from eating sansetias? Well, surely it should be some sort of meat, at least.
It's just a
Narrative device. So it's made up? What's the point of that? Without being grounded in reality, how can the story be believable? Also, I'm fairly certain that hilichurls can't write stories. So, does this author claim to be documenting hilichurl life from an outside perspective, perhaps?
Paimon's starting to understand Kuroda's reservation. How about we choose for you?
All right, then. I believe myself to be relatively well-read, but with stories like these, I don't even know where to start. I have high hopes, though. This seems like Miko's style, so I'm sure the stories are very entertaining.
All right, leave it to us. We'll be back in a jiffy. This could be a pretty tough job. Let's see what we're up against. with a premise like this, it's no... Paimon thinks it might be best not... Well, if... The suspense... Paimon only skimmed through, but Paimon... Yeah! The plot is really... What is... Someone like that could easily become the... You do have a point. That's all of them. Let's try to explain them to A.
Adventure time!
The looks on your faces tell me you found some good stories. Why are there 7 people all striving to have a relationship with a single male protagonist? Is this some sort of narrative device, too?
Not really. It's a...
I see. Yes, this is an important relationship, so he must choose wisely, but the decision-making process is a source of agony and conflict. So... could the author not simply add a narrative device whereby the main character could accept the feelings of all 7 admirers at once? Yes, that would solve it.
That would be the most boring...
Love. Narrative devices are truly mysterious things.
So what do you think of Yae Publishing House's light novels, eh? Do you like the stories we picked?
What I take from these stories is not so much the content itself, but what they represent in terms of the effects of time upon Inazuma. Back when I decided to isolate myself in the plane of Euthymia, there was no Yae Publishing House, and certainly no stories of this kind. In accordance with my wishes, the Shogun did her best to create an eternal nation. A nation that, in theory, should remain entirely unchanged over time. But the fact is that both the food and the stories have changed with time. I disagree with your point of view. That's what I would say if we were still in the plane of Euthymia. But the truth is right here in front of my eyes, and I can't deny it.
And that's exactly why we brought you out, to take a look around and get some fresh ideas. Sure, it's not the same as you remember, but one way or another, people are loving life in the present.
Yes, you're right. I'm wary of any and all change, but I do not wish for my pursuit of eternity to stop human lives from changing for the better. Thank you for inviting me out. This trip has been quite eye-opening for me. This may be an everyday occurrence for you, but for me, this trip has been quite an occasion. I've seen a lot, and it's made me think a lot. I really can't praise it highly enough. I hope I will remember it for a long time to come.
Ooh, great idea!
Take a photo? Once again, I'm faced with a combination of words that makes absolutely no sense to me.
It's okay. Come with us.
Everything is going
So, what are we supposed to be doing?
We're taking a photo of basically a...
Okay, so what exactly is striking a pose? Ah, I see. So in other words, I need to do some sort of visually agreeable action in front of you, right? The more I think about it, the more embarrassing it seems. How should I pose? Help me out here. It should look good, but not too over the top. This doesn't feel very... me. Is this okay? Okay, let's get started.
Let's pick a good angle.
Wow. This is astonishing. Is it some kind of magic? It seems to be another copy of me. But she doesn't seem to be able to move or talk. I thought it would turn out poorly because I felt rather rigid, but it actually looks more natural than I imagined. The pose is exactly the same, and so is the scenery in the background. I can't imagine how it's achieved.
That's what makes it so...
Hang on. I'm still struggling to understand this. I need you to explain it again. So, the one in this photo, are you sure it isn't me? If it's not me, then why does she look exactly like me? And if she is me, then who am I?
Okay. Hey, that's right!
Of course I do. It was never my intention to place control of Inazuma into anybody else's hands.
So then, who does that make you, here and now?
Well, I'm still me. There is no doubt about that. My existence... I think I understand. I am me. There is only one of me, but I can exist in many different forms. It's not important what form I exist in. The Shogun, for example, is one of my forms of existence. The question of whether or not she is me is not determined by any of her components.
In that case, this picture is...
So even I, who seeks eternity, am constantly changing my form of existence. Then, how can I ask Inazuma and everyone who lives here to remain unchanging? Everything I have encountered on this journey with you has been from beyond my existing sphere of knowledge. You've seen a lot of my ignorant side today. Maybe you can't tell, but all this has challenged my understanding of things. Based on what I have seen today, I am forced to accept that Inazuma is a completely different place from the one I remember. But it would be incorrect to conclude from this that the Inazuma of today is no longer Inazuma. Both the Vision Hunt Decree and the statue of the omnipresent God were conceived as a means of bringing about eternity. But if I were really getting closer to eternity, none of this ever would have happened. Perhaps... Perhaps I've been holding on to everything too tightly.
Sounds to Paimon like Ace figured things, and that means that we've done...
Master Kamaji! Master Kamaji!
Why is it getting so noisy down? Oh, that sounded like Ipe.
Ipe? Is that someone from the Tenryou Commission?
Yep, let's... Hey, Ipe! What's the matter?
Ah, it's you. Huh? The almighty Shogun. You must be looking for my master, Kujo Kamaji? I am very sorry, he's not here at the moment. But if it pleases you, I will gladly deliver a message on your behalf.
It's okay. I'm not here to see him. We just heard you calling out, so we came to see what was going on.
Yes. Master Kamaji still hasn't returned from the negotiations, and I'm starting to get worried. In fairness, he does have a habit of taking long walks and coming back late. But for some reason...
Kujo Kamaji. A descendant of the Kujo clan, I presume.
That's right. Apologies, since...
I have heard that things are quite tumultuous with the Tenryou Commission at present. Does this have anything to do with Kujo Kamaji?
Forgive us, almighty Shogun. The Kujo clan's reputation is... so...
Surely they would be discussing...
Actually, they decided to hold this one elsewhere. The meeting place is in the mountains near the Grand Narukami Shrine. I believe the Takatsukasa clan have...
Takatsukasa. Another familiar name. They have been faithfully serving the Kujo clan all these years?
Yes, that's why Master Kamaji decided to discuss things with them. I understand they must have had a lot of ground to cover, but still, there's no way it should have gone on this long. I've searched all over the city. If he really hasn't returned yet, then... Yeah, I thought of that. No need. I'm only a lowly I'm not as smart as Master, so I...
What do you think, All Might?
Let's go see what's happening. With me present, they are unlikely to blame you, even if we do happen to interrupt the negotiations. Besides, this has only come about because I failed to make a timely decision. This issue started with me, and I shall be the one to finish it.
Thank you so much, Shogun. Let me mark out the location.
The new book from the Eye Publishing House. Come take a look.
Adventure time!
Whoa!
I can't think of a reason anyone would want to build a structure like this deep in the mountains. I feel something that doesn't belong here. I sense danger.
Huh?
We should proceed with caution. The Kujo clan descendant may well be in trouble. Illusion shattered!
Let's light it up!
My blade!
Shine down!
Fairy!
Why are there Ronin here? This is a Tenryou Commission base!
Something is not right. We must remove all those who stand in our way. Torn to oblivion!
Let's get down to business! The fairy! Finally! The fairy!
Let's light it up! Teamwork is strength! Drop your weapons!
Now you shall perish!
Finally,
Illusion shattered!
You asked for it! Stop right there! Glory to the Shogun!
to the fairy!
I'm going in!
To the fairy!
Torn to oblivion!
Finally, to the fairy! Let's get down to business!
Shine down!
Quiver! No turning back! Everybody stand back!
Now you shall perish!
The fairy! Perfect distance! Finally, to the fairy!
There is no escape!
Let's light it up! Storm the front!
Inazuma shines eternal!
Very...
Teamwork is dreamwork! Hands where I can see them!
Shine down!
This will do!
Absurd! Torn to oblivion!
Cut down. Yes.
Look! It's Kujo Kamaji!
Almighty Shogun!
Shogun, what are you?
Descendant of the Takatsukasa clan. Explain what is going on here.
Oh, we're just discussing some minor issues that have cropped up in the Tenryo Commission recently. Really, it's nothing worth the Almighty Shogun worrying about.
And these minor issues warranted the secluded location and the hiring of Ronin and Kairagi to keep guard?
Well, there's been a lot of turmoil lately. It was just out of security considerations, that's all.
Silence. Descendant of the Kujo clan. Your turn.
All right. I came here intending to negotiate, but it turned out all they were interested in was a written confession from the Kujo clan.
A written confession?
Yes. A statement acknowledging every crime committed by the Kujo clans.
All factual statements, of course.
I can't deny that. These are all false.
Says who? Why, you two-faced...
I'm just stating the facts. I'm sure the almighty Shogun can discern the truth. All the Takatsukasa clan is trying to do is make themselves look good. Why else would you push...
What are you talking about?
I believe I now understand the situation.
Don't listen to his nonsense. I'm sure you're well aware of the major failings of the Kujo clan. Surely you, of everyone, knows. Not a single word they...
You are quite mistaken if you think your dispute is of any interest to me.
Well, yes, of course. It's the eternal pursuit of everyone in the Tenryo Commission to offer...
Then the situation is not as complicated as you seem to have made it. After all, I am the one who appoints the Tenryo Commissioner. The process is quite simple. Anyone who can beat me in a duel becomes the new commissioner.
Sorry,
The first Tenryo Commissioner demonstrated his will with the blade in his hand. That is why the title has been passed down within the Kujo clan ever since. If you want me to appoint a new clan, then naturally, there must first be a new duel. Do you not know how to wield a blade? Or do you simply doubt your abilities on account of your advanced age and declining physical condition? Here you are talking about offering your life, and yet you are too afraid to face my blade.
Well,
never mind. What about one of you, then? Anyone who can defeat me, Takatsukasa or not, will be appointed the new Tenryo Commissioner. Does not a single person dare to face me?
I will challenge you, almighty Shogun.
What?
Descendant of the Kujo clan. Regrettably, even if you win against me, it cannot atone for the wrongs committed under the Kujo name.
I realize that. I don't stand a chance of winning against you anyway. I know full well that the mistakes my father made ought to spell the end of the Kujo clan's legacy in the Tenryo Commission. Even when I was executing the Vision Hunt decree, I had doubts about my father's decisions. I knew that what I was doing was wrong. But that was as far as I went. I doubted, and I ruminated. I understood the situation perfectly well, but I took no action, and I didn't save a single person. I accept the Kujo clan's decline as punishment for my deeds. I can't even say that I failed to prevent it, Because in order to fail, you have to have at least tried.
To be brutally honest, for someone of your strength, there is nothing you could have done, even if you had tried.
Yes. But if nothing else, just as the Shogun said a forefather of mine once, then please, let me. This is my last chance to do something.
This is patently meaningless. But I accept. Come forward. The Kujo clan's honor was forged with courage, tempered with integrity, and shines beyond life and death. Show me whether your blade can bear the weight of your name.
Ready to learn. Almighty Shogun.
Another anomaly in eternity. Nevertheless, it appears that the Kujo honor still courses through your veins. Kujo Kamaji is wounded. Descendants of the Takatsukasa clan, it is your responsibility to take care of him. You may not have the courage to challenge me, but I trust that you are capable of attending to a small matter such as this.
Yes, of course. I apologize. I'm sorry. So sorry.
I had heard that the Kujo clan is no longer fit to shoulder the work of the Tenryou Commission. The search for a successor to the role of Tenryou Commissioner is indeed a matter of great urgency. However, following this duel, I have decided to postpone the Kujo clan's punishment for the time being. In the meantime, I expect the Takatsukasa clan to continue supporting the Kujo clan as before.
As you instruct, so it shall be done. We would not dare question the Almighty Shogun's will.
Finally, if you still think you can copy the Fatui strategy of providing me with deceptive information to produce flaws in my judgment, you will see me appear once again as I have done today. Only next time, my blade will show no mercy.
Understood. Thank you, Almighty Shogun, for your wisdom and mercy.
That will do. I will have the Okuzumeshu continue the investigation from here. Come with me. Let's find a quiet place. There's something I want to talk about with you.
Whew. When it's...
Oh, you think so? I thought I was rather accommodating. If it had been the Shogun, she would have decapitated Kujo Kamaji without a second thought. I do believe he was prepared for that outcome. I could see it in his eyes. The Kujo clan has undergone a dramatic change from its glory days to its present decline. Kamaji is hardly a great heir to the Kujo name, but he has shown me how some things remain the same even as the world around them changes. I also have you to thank. The things we experienced out on the streets and the photo you took of me, they helped me come to this realization too.
So what's next for the Kujo?
Not a chance. Even if their heir was someone who showed promise, their past mistakes cannot be erased. Still, I will give them a little more time. After all, they are not the only ones who have made mistakes. The Shogun does not make mistakes. She is incapable of doing so. But I, as A, would like to offer my apologies. I have much to contemplate in the days to come, but at least I can now see the way ahead. I think I'll leave that to the Shogun. The greatest threat to eternity is still the erosion that comes with time. As I said, the Shogun has a robust system to protect her against modification. This is because I anticipated that I myself would change over time. But I've made up my mind. So I will do what needs to be done, no matter how difficult it is. This has certainly been a memorable series of events.
Absolutely. If you enjoyed your trip, we should get...
No need. There's no place for such things in my life. Also, please stop making it sound as if I somehow need the company. Okay, I'm ready to head back now. My period of solitude will now continue, but it will not last too much longer. I will leave you humans to deal with any minor issues in the meantime.
Okay, see you next... Considering a lot of what happened was... The only thing left to do is...
Off we go!
Miko! We're...
Did you now? Well then, you'll have to tell me all about it. How amusing. The almighty Shogun goes downtown, and suddenly she's like a wide-eyed country girl trying to find her bearings in the big city. What a shame I didn't get to see it for myself. It's fine. She wouldn't mind. Really, she wouldn't. So, from what you were saying, it seems that she has finally begun to comprehend what form eternity should take? That's the most important outcome of this trip. To be honest, I wasn't expecting you'd make such great progress when I lent you the pass permit.
Yeah, it seems... everything to stay the same way anymore.
To put it nicely, even deities indulge in wishful thinking. To put it more bluntly, there are things that even the Seven can't do when faced with something even more powerful than themselves. Take a guess. Anyway, it sounds like you had a very pleasant trip and even had the chance to see A's less formal side. Next time you wish to see her, you can come and take the pass permit from me again. She would never admit to it, but she does.
What?
Because she is a god. It's not that gods don't need the company of others, just that the idea of a god having company seems But you don't belong to this world. Perhaps you are just the company she needs.
Another bad one?
There is no escape!
Let's light it up! Going in! Glory to the Shogun! Strike! Justice will prevail!
Another test subject.
What you got?
Another test subject.
Illusion shattered!
Teamwork is strength!
Inazuma shines eternal!
Everybody stand back! Quiver! No turning back!
Torn to oblivion!
There is no escape! I'm going in! Hands where I can see them! Drop your weapons!
Inazuma shines eternal!
As a matter of fact, Uncle Dai...
What is it we have?
I believe you'll be...
Ooh, look.
I have no reason. I'm sure the detail...
I am in... Ah.
Huh?
But...
Right again?
All right.
Woo woo.
Well, to tell you the truth...
So, do you think we're not up to the job?
It just occurred to me last time I... Besides, I'd go as far to say...
You're a fool.
Oh? And why?
Because Tevet's #1... Ha-ha! Harbor bets Zhongli is listening to the storyteller. Let's head over.
In our last tale.
Zhongli!
Oh. Here for a few tales? I didn't know you two were connoisseurs.
Oh, no, we're here for you!
Ah, something I'm rarely
We need someone who the requester! Oh, no, Paimon just wants... Really?
But I should inform we are at all times.
Well, we got...
I just like to make people smile.
Uncle Dai, we're back!
Oh. And...
Yep.
Uh-huh. It's no use me...
Is this the place?
Aha! Speak of the devil. Allow me to introduce my assistant, Kun Jun. Young Kun, these are 2 adventurers assigned to us. And as for this gentleman...
Huh?
Wangsheng Funeral Parlor's consultant. Mr. Zhongli. I've heard about you. They say you're a man of great knowledge and many talents. I had no idea I'd be meeting you in person today.
I'm sure I recognize you. Have we met at the parlor? Wait, I've never been to the parlor.
Uncle Dai, aren't you gonna test them?
Huh?
Then they can figure...
A contest?
I admire your...
I must...
Stop talking...
I'm just saying it like I see it.
So you're an appraiser, Mr...
Well, no. He saw me holding...
Huh?
I saw him on my way over to Liyue Harbor. I asked him a few questions.
So, do you have...
Not exact. Mr. Zhongli, what do you make of this rock?
A glossy exterior.
Ah.
It's no ordinary...
Remarkable! This rock does. Purity and geological rarity alone aren't enough to make a treasure. Some of the most precious crystals contain deposits of water or sand. In the moment of its formation, the crystal hidden within this stone shell captured a pocket of water be hidden in its depths, like a moon concealed within a mountain, reflecting shafts of daylight that make it through. Now that's a rare treasure.
Such a detailed description. Almost like he saw it with his own 2 eyes. Say, you're not trying to hoodwink us.
Everything he said is true. Most crystals are born in high temperature.
Well, if Zhongli's...
I've yet to encounter...
I've seen...
Of course not. Uncle Dai...
Very well.
Off we go!
Whoa, this mine is huge!
This is where the incident occurred. 6 days ago, I led a team around.
So 4
Yes.
workers in this...
Huh. Such a...
Underground.
We'll need to explore the site ourselves.
Very well. I'll wait here. Please.
So strange. How could the 4 of them just suddenly disappear? Did they run away from something? Over here! A pile of...
Huh.
1, 2... Huh. These must be...
The 4 of them have been gone for 6...
There's also a few handkerchiefs,
items for washing one's face.
so... They didn't take...
Correct. Improbable. There are 4. They had time to take their tools, but not their everyday items.
Huh.
1, they were working close. Or 2,
Oh.
it's certain...
If they didn't... Let's look around first and see if we can find any clues. Kunjun.
Oh, right on time.
Did you find anything?
There's a chunk of ore here.
Or...
Let's find out. Okay.
Looks like he's concentrating.
I see. 4 men.
A child?
I'm...
Also, how did...
Oh, I don't... I can...
Huh?
Perceive? So there's no... conjecture at work?
You mean you can put your hand on a rock and boom, it just happens?
I've always sensed that ore contains memories. Sometimes it records events that occur in the surrounding area. All I have to do is touch one and focus my attention, and the memories come to me.
Amazing! So you can find out everything that ever happened there.
It depends on the ore. Some ores have astounding memories. Others, like iron ore and white iron ore, aren't up to much. Their memories are hazy. Core lapis and crystal memories are much stronger. They record more events and in greater detail.
Stone seeing. Fascinating. A rare ability indeed. It was prudent of Uncle Dai to recruit you, Mr. Kunjun.
I'm glad I can be of assistance. Based on what I saw, I believe they followed this path.
This will take us north, away from the mine.
North. Another clue for Uncle Dai. Let's make a note of it.
No one's joined me on an adventure in ages. Come on, let's go! Oh, ow! Where did that come from? Good things come to those who don't wait around. That's what they say anyway. Knowing my luck, the opposite is probably true for me. Benny's Adventure Team, assemble! Or not. Oh, ow! Where did that come from? Benny's Adventure Team, assemble! Or not. Oh, ow! Where did that come from? No one's joined me on an adventure in ages. Come on, let's go! Oh, ow! Where did that come from? Let's go find some treasure! Oh, ow! Where did that come from? Benny's Adventure Team, assemble! Or not. No one's joined me on an adventure in ages. Come on, let's go!
Excuse me, sir. Are you one of the workers here?
Ah, yes. You must be here about the disappearance. Please, find them if you can. I don't know what happened. The weather was gloomy that day. The foreman left with a few men. I stayed behind with the other 4. After a while, I decided to take a break, just to catch my breath. I ended up falling asleep in the shelter inside. When I woke up, there was no sight of them. I'd only just been speaking with them and suddenly, they'd vanished. Maybe I'm next.
So the men that were out working disappeared, with the only one left to tell the tale having been asleep in a shelter. Perhaps an accident occurred on site.
What a scary thought! An on-site great accident. We should know... We found some clues. Time to report back to Uncle Di.
Off we go! Adventure time!
You're back.
We found 3 clues. First, there are
forced to?
Who indeed? Those who kept work.
Now that you mention, could someone have...
This leads me to my...
A child?
Unlikely as it...
Where did they go?
We believe that they've...
North. Right. I'll rally my men and head in pursuit. You've been invaluable to the investigation, but leave the legwork to us. If we set off now and make haste, we might be able to catch them.
Not so fast. The incident occurred 6 days ago. Even if they set out on foot, they will have covered a lot of ground by now.
You're right. New plan. I'll lead my search party over to the settlements further out and make some inquiries. There are only a few settlements around here with lodging for the night. We'll go investigate and see if we can come up with anything. In the meantime, you could keep looking for clues. If we don't see each other, let's
Agreed.
All right.
So, they're gonna talk to the people over at the...
Correct.
But there are...
Wait.
Huh? Oh yeah! Where's Cook?
Off we go! Off we go! Adventure time! Off we go! Adventure time!
Ah, apologies. I'm
Dragonfall. Dragonfall is often used in...
In fact, I've been...
Oh, Paimon!
It sounded so... Perhaps if I can
I see.
Really?
Think nothing.
Shouldn't we get going?
Heading north from the...
Great! Let's have a...
Adventure time! Off we go! Let's light it up!
miners must have been left.
Let us make our...
Adventure time!
Hey! Footprint!
It would appear that they made their way through Ling...
If we follow their...
Shine down!
Final warning! Glory to the Shogun! Teamwork is dreamwork! You asked for it!
Now you shall perish!
Oh no! The footprints end here!
We should inquire with anyone nearby. If the miners came through here, they...
Hi there!
A miner.
Hello! Have you...
Stop bothering.
Jeez! Whatever.
Let's light it up!
There is no escape! Torn to oblivion!
We've only just begun. Looks like I went too far.
Hey there!
It must have been about...
Yeah!
4 or 5...
It was so strange.
Huh.
I caught a glimpse.
And they took...
Yes, they've...
Let's go after... More footprints. There's a person over there!
Help! Please save me!
Is that one of the people we're looking for? Oh, rescue first! Ask questions later.
Illusion shattered!
Everybody stand back!
Ha! There is no escape! Flash! No turning back! Remove all obstacles. Detached from the world. Shine down! Illusion shattered!
Those monsters... My name is one...
Huh?
A miner?
Yeah, we're looking... Really?
Yes. I set off from Nantianmen the day before yesterday, heading for Lingju. I was in a hurry.
I think that's all.
I hope it's useful. I'd better get going.
According to this scholar, the miners were heading...
Can we be absolutely sure?
A child with a group of adults. Sounds...
Hey, perhaps that rock over there can tell us more. It looks promising. I'll do my best. It's the same group, all right. They followed this road.
Mr. Kunjun, your stone-seeing is something I won't forget in a hurry.
I suppose it is an asset, though I rarely find a use for it. But praise from Mr. Zhongli is high praise indeed.
It's a good thing we brought our Kunjun compass along. We would have lost all sense of direction a long time ago.
You think so? I guess it's been a worthwhile trip then. It feels like we're cracking a criminal case. It's a lot of fun.
Be that as it may, we would do well to keep our guards high. 4 fully grown men in a trance-like state, walking ceaselessly day and night, over hills and mountains, led by a child. This is no ordinary incident.
Oh, you're quite right, Mr. Zhongli. We should have our wits about us.
That's not all. Our scholar was attacked by Geovishap hatchlings, but the level of aggression they exhibited was unusual. We have encountered many clues along the way. So far, they've pointed us in the right direction. The miners headed in the direction of Nantianmen the day before yesterday. From here, they would have had to navigate a perilous mountain road. If their destination is indeed Nantianmen, we should be able to catch up with them.
Great! No time to lose!
I left a mark in the vicinity just now.
Clever thinking. Hey! Over here on the ground!
There's a basket lying here.
Hey!
Judging by his appearance,
Should we wait?
I can...
Sounds like he's whispering.
It seems that there's a camp near...
How is he? He won't die, right?
He's worked himself into a stupor.
I'm under...
It's certainly a possibility.
It looks like are these? I just witnessed the memories within these ore fragments. This person...
How?
So he was... But if they did it...
Unless something...
Ugh. Paimon's had enough.
Oh, wait a moment.
What is it?
Something...
As I mentioned, I was so happy. These are some crystals.
It's beautiful.
But of course. And this one is for... Huh?
On the contrary, but thank you.
I'm pleased you like them. Oh, I see more rocks over there.
You sure like...
Ores are the crystal. Get some rest and call me when you're ready to set off.
Rest easy. Oh.
Huh?
Traveler. Does
You mean the
Dragonfall is...
elemental reaction?
Dragonfall...
Cool.
And yet they are crystal... Why is it then that a...
Yeah, it's weird.
There are those in the mining trade who retain
Ulterior motive?
a conclusion that is present. Don't forget, we're drawing closer when you're well rested. We should ensure this miner is set.
No problem. I'm done here.
Any results, Mr.
There are many Then again, the memories of ore can shift with...
So there's never...
Rocks endure.
That makes sense.
Indeed.
And there's so...
This ancient... Let's conduct separate investigation. All right, then.
Kunjun, can you see anything?
Well, there is this stone tablet here.
Doesn't seem very interesting.
Huh. It's worth a try, surely. Let me see. Oh! This is...
Hey, what's wrong?
Just a bit lightheaded. Not...
Whatever. Paimon, if you don't try...
Oh.
When has Paimon... Wait a minute.
All of you.
Huh? Quick, let...
This has been newly...
Is that a voice
Compose yourself. There is an unusual...
Listen. The missing miners are here. What are they digging for?
I'm afraid that this whole tunnel is the fruit of their strenuous labor.
Huh? That gate. Has it been there all along?
Digging a tunnel to this ancient seal. Had they not been discovered, they would undoubtedly persevere until the gate.
So behind the seal, What do we do? We can't hurt them. What type of monster is this?
Morax, you arrive at my doorstep of your own volition. Excellent. Taking revenge for stealing me away will be all the easier.
So, the little girl is your power in...
Is once not enough? You would forsake me again?
If that is what you choose to believe, so be it. He who bears the weight of memory is destined to shoulder the burden of truth, as it ought to be.
Solidify!
Final warning! Glory to the Shogun! Ha! Everybody stand back!
Shine down!
Morax! You think you can destroy me?
Order guide you. Solidify!
Illusion shattered! Now you shall perish!
Morax.
You should call it by its name.
Fate? So here.
No.
You have.
That.
Ashtaha.
Huh? Kunjun?
Morax. Ashtaha.
During the battle.
Yes. Forgive me for. Allow me heaven and earth.
So.
No. When the seal. That's when it. The audacity! I was barely.
I had sensed that something was amiss when you mentioned dragon.
Don't blame yourself. It's been.
There would be no harm.
Ashtaha. The memories of rocks do not. Erosion. Ashtaha. What would you This much is true. In the beginning, erosion. Morax shared with. And so, we became you. And from your will, I emerged. I am your. No. I am the No. Morax. A lord of. You forgot that which you. All powers under heaven, rise and fall of land and sea. A star appears within the wild. A sun ascends as bright as. Straight. You are spent in the wilderness. No. Perhaps it isn't. More axe.
The little girl vanished.
Are you satisfied?
I had to make amends. So.
I do.
Well.
As you please.
I never did.
I hardly lifted up.
And yet.
Your power is near. Shall we get going?
Surely the pressing map.
Indeed.
Huh? How did we get here? We need to go back and check on the miners!
So there you are. We found Mao in a tent at the camp. Huh?
Nothing.
Cave?
They're exhausted, but...
Right.
So you're taking them?
That's right.
Can I come with?
No problem.
Kunjun!
Not I. Once I'm gone.
You always...
Curious how...
Ashtaha.
I consent.
Today I am just...
Even you.
No matter. If that day comes to pass, Liyue must prepare itself.
And how will Liyue fare without Rex Lap?
Even without a god above, this remains a nation of men.
All life, that's... You may live for...
I do not pretend.
Were it not so...
You've brought a smile.
That day in the cat...
A heart of stone.
You chose just...
The movements of...
Hence, do not forget that old friend.
Thank you, Ash.
My life is...
You're leaving?
If it is fated, Morax, we will meet again.
Yes.
Wow.
In fact, we have yet. He was. Centuries may.
In our last tale, Rex Lapis was walking alone in the mountains. He heard a remote voice, unlike any other, coming from a crack in the earth.
Most of the ancient geo-life forms that live below Liyue are blind, having not seen the sunlight for an age.
The voice was sometimes sad and song-like. Other times it was loud and thunderous. The Lord of Geo searched here and there before finally unearthing a strange stone from the bedrock.
That's how Ashtaha was. I answered his wish and took him above ground.
The Lord of Geo took pity on the rock spirit and carved it into a magnificent work of craftsmanship, a vivid representation of a dragon.
I bestowed him with a pair of eyes to see the world and came to an agreement with him.
With his fingers, he made 2 eyes. Quicker than words could tell, lightning flashed and thunder roared, and a living, breathing dragon soared into the clouds.
I agreed to let him live among the people above ground. But if the day ever came when he brought ruin to order, he would once again be sealed in the dark.
The dragon accompanied the Lord of Geo, fighting campaigns alongside him in the 4 corners of the world. We have a saying to eulogize these events. The crash of a spear brought billowing dust. The mountains and waters made way at the sound. The sight of a dragon bestowed with a touch the promise of rainwater blessing the ground.
1,000 years ago, Ashtaha attacked the chasm. I tried to obstruct him, fighting him tooth and nail down the length and breadth of the mine. Finally, I brought him down and sealed him underground. During that battle, Dragonfall was born. Ashtaha could sense the stone. Subconsciously, he wanted to use it to find me. Despite being the victor, I could not claim to be stronger than he, and in his heart, he still retained an ounce of goodwill towards me, towards Liyue, towards life above ground. He was willing to be sealed away, but as the erosion set in, he forgot. Even I cannot have. The greater the power. Personally, people abandon that I was a god.
You still care.
Call it, I must thank.
No worries.
Oh? About what?
Oh, yeah. So, he told us about Khan Zhongli.
Why?
You can't even give us a threat.
I understand. But I must have.
You mean...
It was signed to be... You two are friends to me.
Would you be ready to find out?
It appears you're There are many of... They have been eroded by... But you are capable... Those who come... If you take this...
Off we go!
Huh? Looks like
Wait, are the— Oh! Hello, Traveler in Paimon. Pardon—
No!
I see. If you need any—
Thanks!
I guess it's no Actually—
There's that name again!
Apologies. I never introduced him. Albedo is the Knights of Favonia's chief alchemist. He's also Timaeus and my teacher.
But Paimon's only ever seen Timaeus teaching alchemy. So that means Albedo is a teacher?
Yes. He's dedicated himself to investigating the truth of this world, and has made many an important breakthrough. We often get alchemists coming to Mondstadt from all over Teyvat, seeking his help. They say that the subtlest of guidance from Mr. Albedo helps him to solve the most unfathomable of problems.
Wow! Paimon didn't know he was such a big deal!
Still, it seems that he's encountered a problem in his research recently. Every time I see him, he has a concerned look on his face. I'm sure that Albedo is a true gentleman. I don't see why not. Albedo and Timaeus, I'm afraid you'll have to— Sorry.
Hey, stop! Sucrose is a whole lot less nervous once she gets talking about alchemy and research, huh? Let's go and look for Albedo.
Sister Rosaria! So here you are!
I've told you already.
But...
Hopes? That's odd, because I don't recall it.
I mean...
But what? This far out from...
Huh?
Don't fret, but if you dally...
You're right. It's a very important commemorative event. If I'm late, then... right, I've gotta get going.
I thought I heard something.
We'd better watch out.
Oh, really?
Wait, she heard that? Paimon...
And as for this Outlander, the honorary... Otherwise...
What? Do the Sisters of Mun...
We can't go turning. Let's talk about you. What are you doing in the mountains? If it's him you're at, many people have...
So, are...
No, this is just a professional habit of mine. I couldn't care what...
Rosaria said there were elemental traces in the tracks. They should show up pretty clearly with elemental sight.
There is no escape! Ha! Ha!
You know, little pixie, your ability to appear and disappear at will is very interesting.
Yeah?
After committing a crime, you'd be able to leave the scene without a trace.
You're so suspicious. Why is Paimon a criminal in your example?
Illusion shattered!
It's getting colder and colder. Rosaria, aren't you freezing?
Me? I'm all right. I got used to operating in adverse conditions a long time ago.
Huh? Seems like there's more to being a sister in the Favonius Church than Paimon realized.
Adventure time! Off we go! Adventure time!
Is that Albedo? Why would he hang around a place like this?
The word on the street is he loves painting. He'll hang around anywhere for a good landscape. The views and scenery here are pretty good. Potential paintings everywhere you look.
But can't he see those hilichurls? Isn't he in danger? Uh-oh. Looks like we startled them. Enough talk! Let's take them out of the picture first!
Shine down! Now you shall perish!
Who are you? Why did you alarm them? Thank the gods I'd already completed my painting. Would have been a shame to leave these particular hilichurls unfinished.
What's up with painting hilichurls? What makes them so interesting?
I'm afraid the answer isn't easy to explain. If you'd like to have a look at my painting, it may give you a clue.
Wow! Look at the detail! But some of it seems to have been done in a hurry.
You can find these hilichurls anywhere. Quite boring, in fact. Not worth closer inspection. But take a look at this specimen. The build, the coat, and there's a distinct force at work here. In the cyclical lives of such primitive communities, such unique attributes are an indication of evolution at work. Evolution, the transition from nothing into existence, from the known to the
Hold your horses. Ugh, something tells me we're in for a thesis and I haven't got the stamina. We found your man. I'm headed back.
What? Don't you have any questions for him? Hey! What a weirdo.
So Sister Rosaria brought you. Surprising. And I didn't have time to thank her. But back to the point. From her words, it seems that you were looking for me?
Mm-hmm. We met a girl in Mondstadt, Sucrose. She said you were stuck with your research.
I see. So Sucrose sent you here. Then, if I'm not mistaken, you must be the honorary knight. You've got the whole of Mondstadt talking. I've heard a bit of everything. Your actions during Storm Terror's attack, your elemental control, and quite a few other mysterious things. I'll skip to the conclusion. There's only one possibility after all. You came from afar. From another world, correct? Excellent. If I could procure your assistance, I think my research would benefit enormously. Forgive me. This must be confusing. Where should I begin? The essence of life?
Whoa! You want to start with that?
You're right. Giving a demonstration would be better than trying to explain. For example, awakening life. Breathing new life into fallen leaves.
You can do that?
However, I have a particular seed in my possession. The method I'm talking about has produced no results. It's like you, in that it hails from another world. Helping it to grow, to bloom. That's the problem my research is up against. That's where I need your assistance.
Well, if you're struggling to figure it out, Paimon's not sure we're gonna be much assistance.
I beg to differ. I'm unable to comprehend the intricacies of life outside of the known world. But you're not from the known world. By observing and researching you...
Shall we just get out of here this...
It's possible. Time for a change up.
Albedo and that traveler seem... Takes a weirdo to know one, I guess. I wonder, does this constitute a risk?
There is no escape! Strike! Glory to the Shogun!
Paimon has a question.
I don't know. Using alch after awaken.
No! Paimon's got a brain!
Well,
Yay! Paimon's holding you to it.
let's just... The subject of my... How you're able to... Firstly, do you have any extra organs? Fascinating.
What a stupid... And another thing!
I was merely considering the possibility that you... Oh, but that would mean that...
Hey!
In that case, given that there's clear... Firstly, let me lure a few...
Huh?
Direct and clear obs. Naturally, if.
Slimes! Slimes are fine!
Well, prepare yourself.
Hands where I can see them! Everybody stand back!
Torn to oblivion!
Great work. If you're injured, I have a few emergency potions. Excellent. Now that we know that the
Internal
It's very simple. If the elemental power is stored or accumulated physically.
Sounds.
Don't worry.
And
If anything unexpected occurs, well, it's not that there aren't any risks involved. But if there is anything blocking your elemental flow, we'll be able to locate it with this test. Just a warning. If an internal elemental reaction occurs Yes, that's an excellent way to think about it. Before we get started, the potion we'll use for the test is missing a catalyst. We'll need to find it. It's a type of ore known as star silver, but unfortunately not all of it is suitable. I'll take you to my campsite. We can gather some star silver ore on the way. I'll point out any likely contenders. All going to plan, we should be able to begin concocting the potion when we get to the campsite.
Paimon's still got a few safety concerns, but it seems like there's a silver lining. Let's keep our eyes open.
Insolent! There is no escape!
Here. Should do for catalyst purposes. This one. Usable with a bit of polish. What luck. This should be enough. My campsite is just up ahead. I'll lead the way. This is my campsite. While we are waiting, have a look over here. My assistant Timaeus here is helping me with my research.
Hello!
Whoa!
I think the most rational direction would be to following this...
Not bad for a point of entry. But strictly speaking, slimes are elemental life forms. A cryoreg... in that sense.
Yes, sir.
After all, if it turned out that...
Ah, it would. Speaking of...
Great, I'll leave you to it. Huh. Looks like the potion's ready. I'll try a... In line with my expectations. Ready to drink. I've just tried some. It's in line with my... Remember to keep calm. I'll be noting down...
Inactivity serves no purpose whatsoever.
This potion, but if the
So you knew.
It was my own concoction, of course. But of course, in conclusion, then again, better an ordinary result than a peculiar result. The good thing, people are the same when you're sick, but a peculiar. For example, a human can't To sum up, Timaeus, the results of the new experiment are out.
Just a moment, sir. I'll handle it. Having you down as an animal wasn't very...
Not bad.
You can count on me, sir.
Is he trying? What?
If you're interested...
Here comes Albedo! Let's go see him!
I'm back. Did you see anything interesting? Not to worry. Well, on with... There may be... Take to that, but worlds may well... So, I think answering this question calls for the same methodology. No. Now, see this pillar here? Use your willpower to try and break it. That was...
What's with the...
I'm curious to see how the taste and texture respond. Anyway.
Cooking?
Not only is this...
That does sound yummy, though. Oh,
I'll leave you to it then. If there's anything...
How are we gonna channel elemental power?
That was fast.
Where does he get these ideas from anyway? Let's just do it the old-fashioned way.
Let's go find some treasure.
Most fa- And as far as the proliferation unless...
We just didn't...
Not to worry. And here's your port...
Woohoo! Thanks! Glad you were paying...
I can tell that you're good. Not that
Hey! But you do have... And you're right, we are...
yes. They were all I managed to...
Paimon's
Don't worry if you had. I must have...
So... Guess we'd better take a look. Oh, yeah!
We go!
This must be electrohypostasis powder! The extract of an animo crystal fly can only be animo...
Goodness. I'm wondering.
Yep!
Unfortunately, only a
You mean...
Don't be disheartened. I have to... Right then. Up until now, in essence, looking out from where we're standing. Can you see what sucrose is? And if you jump from here and landed on that cliff, the one... So what about if you planted a single blow on the mountain? I know of a location...
Still in one piece! Good thing the vial's so strong!
Off we go! Adventure time!
Not necessarily. Not if you know. Whichever method, I will factor it.
The opposite side.
Without limitation. Some of us would... No matter what choice you make, it's all a part of the experiment. Then if you would...
Wait a minute! While we're busy testing, what exactly are you gonna be doing?
Me? Recording data, responding to risks, providing... emotional support.
So if we do decide to go swimming, you gonna dive in with us?
No. Unless you're thinking of conducting competitive research?
Oh! Forget Paimon said anything.
Off we go! Adventure time!
Great work. Your reputation...
But you followed up...
Me? If it turns... If the innumerable...
But how does this help?
You've helped me to unravel many of the problems that were holding... I may be a gold. The essence of... I'm willing to pour all these...
Oh, so that...
Precisely.
So after all...
Of course not. Now, follow me.
Off we go! go!
I imagine you must have encountered I'd like to observe your intelligence by means of a practical I'd like you to there are two as with the physical test, there are no restrictions. A tried and test. So, let's It's a complex environment, so proceed with caution.
Let's light it up!
Sealy like these are a common sight in the mountains. Returning them to their rightful places is up to you.
Illusion shattered! Now you shall perish! Ha! 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 Stand down!
I'm going in! Yeah! Justice will prevail!
Inactivity serves no purpose whatsoever.
It should now be possible to activate the central mechanism. Exactly what will happen when you do is something... Oh, seems that the water level has suddenly decreased. What's this? To the best of my knowledge, there's still a... Let me make a copy.
Seems like if...
I've truly gained... Let me return to the campsite first. By the time you get back, I may just have a fleeting miracle for you to witness.
Paimon's kinda looking forward to seeing... Unless you can think...
Not so fast. You're not leaving until I'm convinced that nothing... I most certainly did not. I must say, you let your guards down. Or maybe you were drawn in by his compelling-sounding hypothesis and friendly demeanor. Taking orders from... I'd sooner...
Sister Rosaria's guard's so high...
It doesn't matter. I'm only concerned...
No way!
With an alchemist of... In any case...
So... what are you gonna do?
I've investigated...
But...
But for insurance... Now then, which is what I was...
Overtime.
Before we go our separate ways, Outlander, a word of advice. Don't be so quick to trust Albedo, and don't repeat the same mistakes that you did this time. You made a lot of rash decisions today.
She's gone! Mondstadt doesn't have many people like that. Huh.
You're back. Good timing. You took quite a while. Did you get help? Time for the result? But the integral preliminary conclusion that I can offer...
You couldn't tell that? We spent all day—
Please, have you ever considered that the world of Tevat may have a... I mentioned in that the only other... But imitating you helped to inspire my alchemy. And so...
Whoa! It looks like something's appearing!
The transition from nothing into something is not nurturing. Life is a short life. So, do you understand what I meant?
Albedo!
Thank you both. Your help inspired me to discover the means to make a flower. I mean, in the future, if the need arises, well... I made a point throughout, but what was that sediment? Those born of... If one day... Can I rely on you?
Clear skies can do nothing to hide the brilliance of lightning. Divine bolts can strike even in the absence of rain. Do you see that tree? Wait, you understand? So, demonstration is not required.
Could it be true?
Good.
Wine is a healthy drink.
you